Yo, what's up, everybody? Today I'm going to talk about the film Bring Her Back, directed by Michael and Danny Philippou. So, right off the bat, I think the movie was not scary. It's a horror movie. People want to go to the horror movies to be scared. Don't think it was scary. What it did do was try to go like the psychological family trauma route or whatnot. Like, we've always seen like the like the foster parent who plays to be nice but they're actually mean and stuff like that. We've seen that a lot of times, so I kind of went that avenue. So there was a lot of like tropes that I was used to, and also these directors just came off directing something that was similar and Talk to Me, which had to do with someone being deceased and like trying to get them back in a way. So it had to do with like that loss or whatnot, and like family loss and trauma, pick it up to pieces or whatever. But I don't. I just didn't like the movie. I didn't think it was scary. I thought it was alright. There were some things that were cool, and like I do think it tries to mask. I think it tries to mask that it's not scary with like gore in certain times or like Dutch angles and shit. And it's like, bro, not fooling me. This movie's not scary. Okay, a circle, whatever. All right. And like the performances weren't that bad or whatever. It was, it was better than Talk to Me, to be honest. But yeah, it just did feel like MTV, like especially with these movies who I feel like I feel like A24 has made this genre of horror movies that are like, oh, family trauma centers, right? Like that's like they had a big staple in like doing that recently, whatever, with like Hereditary. And I feel like some of these movies kind of like they fall into like that slot. So they're not scary. They do like go into like family trauma, and that might be like interesting to some. But again, when I'm looking at a horror movie, I also want to be scared. And like, what if I don't relate to that or whatever? Like to be a successful horror movie, I feel like you got to get deep into things that everyone can be afraid of or whatnot. And again, this one just didn't do it that well for me or whatnot. But we'll see what they can do in the next one. Again, I hope that they branch out into a different type of horror. I hope they don't go the family route. I hope they go something that's actually really scary, really afraid, and dig deep down, because pretty sure they'll get more chances to make films and hopefully entertain us. All right. In terms of recommendations, I recommend probably watching like Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix. I think that kind of made me want to do that after watching this movie or whatnot. And maybe something like Chucky or Amityville. I think those would be like some good films to watch if you like this one. All right. But yeah, if you have any recommendations, you see anything, let me know. I'll see you on the next one. All right. Peace.